Right, well, here we go. One bushcraft chair. There's my pot hanger. As you can see, it's just a small pot on there for now, but I think that could take quite a bit of weight on it. Right, well, hi everybody and welcome back to Lundy's Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. And I'm back out at my small little natural shelter. Well, it's got a bit of tarp on it. Got a little bit of work planned to do up here as well. I want to look at making this a little bit more presentable. So I'm going to nip up to the old camp, like the main camp, get a bit of cam net, a couple of other bits and pieces to bring down. And I'm going to look at making a new pot hanger as well tonight, and then when I'm sitting chilling, if I've got time, I'm going to try and carve myself another spoon or a fork or something, if I can find the right materials. Still got a bit of wood left over from the last time, which is just piled up behind me down there. And yeah, what a great experience on the way back, on the way in. Obviously all the sheep are lambing at the moment. They're all having their baby lambs, so I've just caught the back end of one coming out, and there's you can see where the sheep have been having the lambs all over the place because there's bits of afterbirth everywhere, loads of new little lambs running around, and it's a great little sight to see. I was standing talking to the farmer and one of the young girls that works on the farm as well. She had a little lamb that was lost from its mother, so they were trying to find the parent. So yeah. It's amazing how big they are and how quick they get up on their feet when you see them coming out. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. There's absolutely hundreds and hundreds of sheep around. All the main cattle are up the top end, and all the sheep are down on the fields aren't being walking through. So yeah, what a really nice, pleasant walk in. It's a little bit chilly, so I'll probably end up putting my green top on soon. But as you can see, I'll just show you. I came down and checked on it last week, but as you can see, I've got all the wood behind us there to cut up. I've still got a nice big pile there which looks bone dry, considering it's been raining most of the week up here. But the shelter's held up really well. Everything looks really good. The only thing that I don't like I say, is the black tarp underneath. So I'm going to see if I can hide that as best I can this week. And the camera's getting caught on everything, and just chill out really. I've just been to the Charlotte's Butchery in Gosforth in Newcastle, and I've just went and got myself a nice big massive thick ribeye steak, and I've just got some potatoes and some garlic butter to cook it all in. But like I say, I've got a small little grill with us as well to make, so I need to put a little stake in the ground for that to stick that on. And we should be happy days. A couple of Jack Daniels for later on tonight, Baileys and hot chocolate for last thing at night. It's just a case of doing little jobs, and I've got a few tasks to do off camera as well. So I'll stop waffling and I'll get cracking, because it's time's a ticking. It's now 3:30 in the afternoon, so I've still got about a good 5 hours to do a lot of tasks that I need to do. So anyway, I'll catch you in a while. Crocodile. Right, well, it's time to get some work done. The first thing I'm going to do is try and make a pot hanger. Now, I've got loads of cut-offs here from when I started building the shelter, and I've got some bits here that are going to possibly be perfect. This, I'm not sure if it's going to be long enough, but it might be good enough for the pole to go in the ground, because I'm not going to need a massive amount, but I probably need a longer one, to be quite honest, but it's a possibility. And then I'm just looking at some of these branches here for what I need. Now basically what I need is 2 bits that have got like a bit of a V on a long branch and a V, and then a long pole, which is going to be for where I'm going to hang the pot from. So I need 2 bits like this. 1 bit to be long. This is perfect, right? And then I'll cut it off, see here, and I might actually be able to use this bit here for the next bit. So basically what you do is you have, I'll just bring closer. So basically what you do is you have 1 long bit like this that goes dead long with a V coming off. And then you get another V, which doesn't have to be as long, just enough so you can wrap it down to the bottom here a bit. And then the other V goes the opposite direction, so you cause like a clamp. And then what you do is, before you tie it all on, you get it up against your post that's in the ground, put it on, and then this anchors on like so, and the gravity keeps it there. So you've got the 2 V's causing a block that wraps it round the post. This hangs off, cut a little notch on the end here to put your pot hanger in, and that's it. I've seen them a few times getting done, I thought, yeah. And what happens is then you can move this pot hanger up and down the post, and you can turn it left and right as well. Or you can even take it off altogether and store it away when you leave your camp, and then you know. So anyway, let's stop waffling, let's get cutting some wood. And today I've got my little pocket boy silky saw, and I've got my Borio 21 bow saw, with us as well. So basically I'll leave this little bit on for now because I'll just chop it off. So I'm going to go up to this knuckle here where we've got another V. And hopefully I cut this perfect. And then I'm going to cut this bit off here. And it's got to have a little bit of flex in it as well, which this has. If I just keep playing with it a bit, it'll loosen it off a little bit and not snap it. So that's the last thing I want to do. And we'll just trim this up with the knife. This bit's going to be the bit that goes, actually I'll just do it with that. This is going to be the bit that actually hangs over the fireplace, sorry. Alright. So it doesn't have to be all nice and neat at the moment. I just need to get the bits. And then obviously we've got this bit here. So if I just, for instance, cut that here, and I'll just cut that here for now. Might be too wide, this V, because this is just going to be like a bracket really, and I'm just going to flex it. See, if you flex it too much, if it's too wide, it'll just snap like so. So I need to find another bit. They're too feeble. Let's have a look and see what we've got in the pantry. Is that going to be any good? Yeah, that's going to be okay. So we'll cut this off here. Sorry, I'm now miles away from the camera, like. I'm just going to cut this off here for now, and then I can trim it all up when I start doing it. So we've got this bit here, it's a bit more flexible. Okay, so that should be okay there. We'll see if it works. So that's the 2 bits there. So making the bracket first. So basically what I'm going to do is that notch is going to go up against the post, which is going to come up like that. All right, and to lock it into place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how I've got this V here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this off a bit with a knife or the axe, make it nice and square, and then do the same with this bit. Could have been a bit better, like, but we'll use that thin bit. And then what we're going to do is we'll put it so it's got like a little mark like that. This will get tied onto there. That'll get tied onto there like so. All right. And then this little V part will get made so it's about that thick. You have your main post in the ground. That goes through there, and when it's locked in place, I'm just going to turn the camera down a bit. So when you've got that locked in place, what happens is you've got your post in, and that goes like so, and that causes your hanging pot, and then you can just move it up and down as best you want, or you can turn it and then let it go. But you've got to make sure this is nice and tight, and these bits are all tied together. This doesn't go anywhere near the fire because you've got your post which is nice and long, and that's it. Okay, so that's basically the setup of it. Now it's just a case of tying it all together. Like I say, it's just a case of getting it all tied together, trimmed up, and made nice and neat. Right, well, here I am. I'm at my tree where I do all my like chopping and all that, which is going to be great for that because it's at a good height. And I've got all my bits here that I need to make my bracket. Okay, I've got an axe, some cordage, and I've got my small saw at the side there. And obviously I've got my gloves on for safety wise. So basically what I need to do is, this needs to go, so the straight edge here goes on to like so. So I need to cut this about there for now. I've never made one of these before, so this is a first for me. Okay, let's just try to see what I can make. So that needs to be cut about there. So it just makes it a little bit neater. So I need this long bit in any weight, and this needs to run along the long bit of the main pot hanger itself. So basically you've got two V's, yeah? You need to turn them so they go opposite each other. So it causes a small little hole like so. All right, but as you can see, the branches on perfectly straight. I could have been hunting around for loads of stuff and found the perfect stuff, but you can make this wood straight as you need in any weight. Okay, so we're just going to see how big the hole's going to be. I don't want it to be too big, but I don't want it to be too little where I'm struggling to get my stick through it. So I need to turn that way, because that's going to be the flatter part. Just the way this one curves, that goes up to there nicely, and we'll get a bit of a hole like that, and we'll get some cordage and we'll tie it on. I'm going to take my gloves off for this. And there we go. I've just got to lash this bit and then lash this bit a little bit more, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually trim it off as well, make it a little bit tidier, because I don't need this bit, I don't need that bit, and I'm going to cut this little bit off here as well. So cut that off. I'm not going to cut it right up, I'm going to leave it hanging over a little bit. That bit can come off here now, because I've got this all lashed. So leave a little bit on the end so it stops the cordage from slipping off. And there we go. There's our pot hanger. Doesn't have to look fancy. Once we've got it fingered on, what we'll do is we'll cut a couple of little notches here, there and there. So you've got like 3 different settings for putting your pans. Or if we can even put one up here as well if it's long enough to go over the top of the fire. Yeah, got to cut this bit off now. So we'll give it a little bit on the end. Just makes it a little bit tidier, doesn't it? And then this bit off. Right, so that's the main pot hanger there. Happy days. That should be strong enough there, but we'll, off camera, I'll just lash a little bit more on there. A little toad, a little froggy. That's how damp it is around here, there's frogs. Come on, boy. Right, well, I'm just going to use the stick that I found earlier on. Okay, and I'm just going to trim it up a little bit on the edges here with this new knife. Just get rid of a couple of little knuckles. I'm not going to take the bark off or anything. Just get rid of a couple of bits on here. It's got like a little like handle, like for your fingers to go in, and it feels really nice in the hand, like. But it's more of a food prep knife, but obviously Chris says use it for whatever you want. So I want to see what I can do this weekend when I'm out, and also I'll be using it for my food later on. So obviously this bit that I'm trimming up now, this is the bit where the actual pot hanger is going to go slide up and down. So I've only got that much length. This will be the stopping block for it, which is ideal. That'll stop it going any further. This is going to be the part for me, what's going into the ground. So obviously I'm not going to do, microphone is on, I'm not going to do me bit with the point with the with my knife. I'll do that with my axe. There we go, nice point. But what I do need to do is, I just need to do this edge, and it just stops it splitting a bit. Right, I'll read this knife. Feels nice and comfy. Not as thick as my other knives I've got. I think this is only about a 2mm. It's yeah, and he's telling us that the handle's got a lot of history to it. There's parts of the wood that he found on the beach, and he got it all sorted, and he got it tested, and it was about 1,000-year-old bit of wood, something like that. Anyway, there you go, and that's all done there. That just stops it from splitting when you're whacking it with an axe. Right, so that's my bracket there. Obviously I've got a little bit more cordage to put on the two joints just to make it a bit more secure. And then I've got me pot here hanger. What I'm going to do is, it arches a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it about here because I've got plenty length on there, and this keeps this away from the fire, so it stops any heat damaging it. So I'm just going to put that about here. And without hitting my hand at the edges, as you can see, because I've tampered it, I've just hit the edge there, like that's why that's gone. We want a good decent bit into the ground, just so it's nice and sturdy. The ground's great here anyway. It's like decent soil as well, so it's not like when you're in a pine woods and it's dead soft. So that's that in. Stick that in there, and then we've got this here. Obviously I've got the smaller bracket going on the bottom. Or it should be the other way around. And there you go, you've got your pot hanger. Alright. So I don't want it to go all the way across, and you can just move it around. That's too long, so I'll probably end up cutting it here. Where this notch is, I'll cut it on the outer side of the notch, and then I don't have to cut anything into it. So we've got a little notch here, obviously where a little bit sticking out where a branch was. So I'm going to cut it here, and that can be my bit for where the pot hanger will stop. That'll be perfect. That'll be about the right length. And then I've got like half the fire covered there for putting the pan on. So that'll be perfect. And then we'll see. It's taking quite a bit of weight there, like, so that's happy days. And we'll just see how it plays out the night when I'm cooking some potatoes. Potatoes! There you go then, there's my pot hanger. As you can see, it's just a small pot on there for now, but I think that could take quite a bit of weight on it. All right, what I've had to do is I've had to cut the notch that was sticking up there. It was too wide for it to get this pot hanger on. This is the Pathfinder cooking system. And then all I've got to do is just lift it up, move it, and when it's done, all I do is I just swing it out. And that's it. So basically you've got a swinging pot hanger. All right, perfect. And I can go right the way down to there, which is low enough. Can even get it lower if I want. So it's right on top of embers. And just move it up. All right, happy days. There's one project out the way. My next project is building myself a seat. Right then, we're going to start off with this nice big thick bit. This is going to be one of my posts going into the ground so I can then put a ridge bar across it. As you can see, it's already got a bit of a slant on it where I've cut it off. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to roughly size up that other bit quickly with my saw. As you can see, I've got that there. So I need it to be about as high as that. So there's 1.5 say saws, and then I need to add a little bit on to go into the ground as well, so I'm going to make it 2 full lengths. Swinging round, let's go. So great little measuring tools, you saw 1, 2, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of extra on just to be on the safe side. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the thicker end to go as me for hitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly straighten this up. Yeah, get a point on this and we'll dig that into the ground. And what I'll do is I'll just tape all the edges, get them nice and thin, so when I'm whacking it with the axe, it's not going to split.
Where have you been? Did you see, did you hear, did you feel anything? In the world you're in the world you're in. Brutality, make it 1, make it 2, make it 3 times around. And the suffering,
right, so that's posting in anyway. And now what I'm going to do is I've just cut this bit. This bit's going to hang over there and hang across there. So I need to cut that here. And what I'm going to do is, because this bit is going to hang over here, I'm going to use this V. I'm going to cut it to size. And that's going to come through here. Obviously I'll cut these bits off and that's going to be cut at a size, so that'll dig into the ground and that'll act as a brace, okay, to stop this end from falling back over. So that's my plan of action on that bit. So that'll go in like so. Obviously this will all be cut, get them tied on and then brace that in and dig it into the hole. And we should be good to go, obviously, and then all the weight is going to be taken from that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some slats coming down at an angle so it'll give us a nice backrest. Yeah, and once I've got them in, I'll tie them all on, get some rails, put them on, tie them all on, and then we'll add a seating area as well, like a seat on it as well. I'll raise it up a little bit so I'm off the floor, and that should be a really good seat for sitting next to the fire, not too close but not too far away. And yeah, then all I've got to think about is if it's going to rain, what I can do is I can knock a little bit of a canopy up here, obviously put another thing up and put a little bit of a makeshift tarp up and down as I need it if I'm sitting underneath it, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get cracking.
This time I am pretty sure moments passing away I've never seen before. You held me out of the dark. I always wonder if you were left without a mark. Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? You were never out there alone. Do you think there's a chance for this love to be real? I will let you take the wheel. From now on. From now on. Lying on a distant star. In these violent days I wanna be where you are. Stay with me, it's getting late. Fill me with a desire that I cannot break. Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? You were never out there alone. Do you think there's a chance for this love to be real? I will let you take the wheel. From now on.
Right, well, there you go, everybody. There's the chair, all done and dusted. It's really comfortable. It's got a canny little headrest when I'm snoozing later on tonight, because I know I will be, after a few JDs and a nice big ribeye steak and some potatoes. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. Really happy. So all I've got to do now is put my mats and that on it, and it'll be even more comfier. I need to get my sleeping system set up, get some firewood done. It is now 20 to 7. The hours have flew by. It just goes to show how long it takes to do little projects. But I'm quite happy. I've made a really nice pot hanger, and I've made a good chair. So it's a win-win situation for me, because it was late when I got here. So about 4 hours of graft, sourcing the materials. Some of it I had already there. But anyway, before I go into waffle mode, I'm going to shoot off. The midges are starting to gather in big style, and I need to get everything sorted before it gets dark. And then we can sit and relax. I can feel the temperatures dropped as well. It has got a bit colder. That one's not going to be biting me later. I've got a new pole to put in the ground for my pot hanger. It's a better pole than what I've got in, so happy days. Win-win situation. See you later.
Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you?
Right, well, here we are. We're sat on my new chair. I've got my mat from up at camp. It's quite comfy. I've got my silver mat, me what do you call it one, the posh one underneath there. I've got the Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy bag. Inside of here I have the Snug Pack Special Forces 2. This is a thicker bag. It's just I've been cold the last couple of camps. Inside of there I've got the Flextailgear light pillow. This is brilliant. I don't pump it all the way up because it feels too hard, you know. So, and what I love about this pillow is you can actually take the cover off and machine wash it. So it smells a little bit smoky, so it'll probably get washed the next time I go back home, which will be tomorrow. And so underneath there I've got my Nemo Tensor regular mummy, which isn't fully inflated as well because it gets too hard. All right, and underneath all of that I've got the German elephant ground sheet. It's just an extra little bit of protection for me mat more than anything else. All right, inside of there for later on, if I can find it, I've actually brought out my buffalo jacket because it does get cold on the night time, and in my bag I've got my body warmer. I didn't realise I had that in there. So that's happy days. So that's my sleeping system. I've got my glasses and out for when I do my posting. I've still got tools lying around that I need to sort out, but I'm going to pour myself a Jack Daniels. This is a perfect height, this chair, like. And I tell you what, having the mat on it as well makes it much more comfier, and I can feel a bit of heat generating through it. And what I like about it is on the side here, hopefully you pick it up, I've got this little bit here. So I'm thinking about putting a couple of little slats on there. It'll be a nice little cup holder. Hey, I've got them wooden slats over there that I brought from the pheasant coop. So I might cut a couple of little bits and tie them on just to have a small little square platform just to put me drink on. If you're new to the channel, this is 100 mils of Jack Daniels in these little bottles. My wife bats like health drinks and she gives me the bottles. They're one use for me. I just use them once and then I burn them because I get them every day. And then I have Pepsi Max. Oh, I'm looking forward to this, like. And then we need to get the fire going. I was going to try a different type of way of setting the fire, but I just haven't got time. I might do it on a different camp. I'm going to attempt to do a bow drill in the next couple of months. Anyway, cheers everybody. If you've got this far through the video, thank you very much for joining me. It's well appreciated. And what I need to do is turn you a little bit because I want to see how comfy this is sitting. Oh my God, it's like being in an armchair. It is so comfy. And anyway, cheers everyone. Oh God, that's nectar of the gods. Well, as you can see, I've made a little platform on top of the side of my chair there for me Jack Daniels. So happy days. Right, well, it's time to get the fire going. You'll probably still hear some engines in the background because the farmers are doing their rounds on that little quads, checking on all alarms and things. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a fire lay here. As you can see, I put another post in here as well. And this is where I'm going to have my grill. So I've just bought this little grill out. I've never really used that much, so I thought that'd be ideal just to put my steak on, and then I can have a frying pan on the go over here somewhere. I was going to bring me kit from TGM Metalworks, but I just thought I'd do something different. And anyway, nice fire lay going. Get that going there. I've got a couple of little Twizzlers left, and I think these are my last ones in my own fire kit. I think I've got some at camp, like. So I might as well get all the little bits out. I'll put one of them back, so I don't need two. All you do is you just twist these so they get nicely opened, ruffle them up a little bit, and then we're going to try this ferro rod that I've been having problems with. This one here, it's quite a decent ferro rod, but it's just for the sparks. Oh, well, using a silky. There you go. There again, on, dusted. Right then, let's get some little sticks on the go. Get it built up. Before it all goes out. Oh, I don't know where that's come from. That's alive, that. It's alive! I haven't really prepped my sticks properly. I've only got loads of nice little skinny branches and everything, but I've never done any of that because I had these bits. But they're all like really dry, even though it's been raining the last couple of days. Well, it has up here in the northeast. But there we go. And what we're going to do is just going to move that grill up to there for now, so it's out the way. And we'll just let the fire build up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, like all the coals and everything will go over this side when I'm grilling, and then I've got my camp like pot here which will have my tatties in, and that goes there perfect. And as you can see, I can move it as high as I want or as low as I want. Darker now, sun's gone down, I'm getting looked at by sheep at the edge of the field. But there you go, there's camp. Oh, look at this, man. This seat is perfect. I love it. Yeah, hey. It's a good little seat, this. And what I've done is, I've got a nice little platform there. I've got 2 bits of wood off them planks, their little 2x3s that I brought over, and I've made myself a nice little table. All I've done is I've just used cordage, done 2 little Canadian jam knots on both sides, and that's perfect for putting me Jack Daniels on. So anyway, cheers again, everyone. But I tell you what, I think it's going to be perfect for sitting with a fire. And then if I want to get right up close to the fire, I can just sit here like this, and it's perfect, isn't it? It just can't get any better. Well, I could win the lottery, and then I could buy a nice big woodland. But I love it here, like, it's great. And talking to one of the owners today, was that they're just fantastic people. Like, I'm very, very lucky. I hope this microphone's on. I've just done loads of recording there, showing you me doing my fire lighting and that. And I'd done a bow drill and it didn't record. Honest, I swear to God, I'd done the bow drill like in 30 seconds, made one and done the bow drill. I wish I could do that. That's a hard job, that, like, the bow drill. But yeah, the fire's going lovely now. Got nice flames going. I'm going to get some thicker bits of wood on though, get it built up, because the times are ticking now. It's 20 to 9 at night. It's not even dark properly. It's just like twilight hours. It's unreal, isn't it? I love the summer. Apart from the midges. But anyway, I'm waffling loads, and I've done loads and loads on here today, so my video is going to be massive. Well, it will be for me. The editing side of things, which you don't see, which takes like sometimes 2 days. Because I record that much stuff and I waffle that much crap like I am now, that I have like 4 hours of footage sometimes to go through. Right, I'm going to take some time out, get the fire established properly, listen to some tunes or something for a bit, or just listen to nature and enjoy this fire for a bit. Adios. I do love waffling though. You regulars know that. Right, well, I'm just unwrapping me bit of meat at the moment. I'm just going to leave the plastic on there actually, because I want to keep me meat off me plate. So there you go. This is a nice big thick ribeye steak. It's not massive, but it's nice and thick, and it's a decent bit of meat. This is from Charlotte's Butchery in Gosforth in Newcastle. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sprinkle it with some seasoning. I think this is Tex-Mex or something like that. I'm just going to rub it into the skin. I'm not putting any what do you call it on, any oil. As you can see, it's quite thick. Let's get the rest of that on there. Might as well use it all up. Half of it will fall off in any rate. But yeah, my tatties are done. I'm just letting them soak in the water so they stay nice and warm. Now what I'll do is I'll put them back over the fire when I get them done. Get this done. So I'm going to do about, I'll say about 5 minutes on each side for this. So as you can see, oh God, when I can stand up, I'm getting old, you know. So there's the fire. I don't know what the light situation is like on here, but my grill should be nice and warm now. And there we go. That's that on. And then I can get rid of all that rubbish later on when I've finished. That's happy days. But my eye is still sore. I've definitely got something in it. I've took my table off here because my drink is just getting too warm. And I've put it on the other side. But I've run out of cordage, so I can't tie it up properly. But there you go, look. Little table. I had it on that side, but my cup was just getting too warm. But there's the steak, look. Oh, it's lush, this. The last ribeye steak I had from there. Sorry about the shadow. That's because I've got it light on. But the last steak I had from this butcher's was absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to testing that out. And then I've got my potatoes, which are in there. That's really warm. So I'm just going to leave that there. And that'll keep them nice and warm. And then what I'll do is I'll drain the water off. And then put some garlic butter in. Just mix it in. But my bed space is full of loads of rubbish now. A ribeye steak. There we go. That's what we've got for tea tonight. Not much, to be quite honest. Nice bit of butter. Flavoured garlic on there. Happy days. Let's sit down properly and we'll have a taste of the ribeye steak. I think I've cooked it a bit too much, to be honest. Right, well, there's my tea for tonight. It's a ribeye steak. I've already been stuck into it, and the potatoes, because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So anyway, there we go. So anyway, we'll do this bit again. So I've been cutting into it, and it's really nice. I think I might have done it a bit overdone it on the seasoning, but it's a really nice steak. Like, I think it's a bit well done compared to what I normally do. I normally have a medium rare, but really nice. Well worth the money. Now, when I first started eating it, it filled the whole of this section, so I've ate quite a bit of it already. Potatoes are potatoes, but the garlic butter mixed in with them makes it a lot better. I'm really struggling with my left eye, I'm afraid. It's really sore. I'm not sure if I've had an ember go in my eye or I've got something else trapped in there. I've been trying to get it out for ages, and to no avail. So it's really making us feel uncomfortable. But my nose is running. That's off the garlic and that. But this steak's really well worth it. Like, definitely prefer going to a decent butcher's than buying from a supermarket. Even though I work for a supermarket and I get like 15% discount on everything I buy, I'd rather go to a proper butcher's. Oh, my fire's kicking in big time. But as you can see, I've changed my table over to the right hand side to keep my drink cool. Anyway, I think I'm just going to demolish this food. This is going to be the last bit of recording for tonight. And I'll catch you in the morning. Okay, it's time for me to enjoy myself and relax. Well, I've been enjoying myself all day actually. I really enjoy building. It's 11:05. Actually, I might bring this back later on for a little bit of a chat and a Baileys and hot chocolate. And if I don't worry about it. I'll still be having the Baileys and hot chocolate and I'll be chatting to myself. Oh, this is
A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remained the same. The swallows will be here.
right. Well, good morning everybody. Time for a cup of tea and a very shit porridge because it looks horrific. I might I've got a couple of chutty bars in here and a little what do you call it, mini rolls, so I might add a couple of them into it just to make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, I fell asleep after my food last night again and woke up about 2 and 3 hours later. So comfortable, this chair, unbelievable, loads of room on it. Obviously I moved the platform from there to here for putting my drink on because it was just getting, my drink was getting too warm sitting there off the fire. It was perfect. Obviously on a rainy day it's going to be a bit different. I'll not be able to sit under here, but I'm going to come up with a cunning plan where I can bring a small little crappy tarp, whereas leave it here on the roof part underneath, and then I'll make a frame so I can just put it on and off. Nothing spectacular, and that'll give us enough room to sit underneath this when it is raining, because I really enjoyed sitting here last night. It was so comfortable and just perfect. But anyway, morning. And here the woodpeckers playing away, pigeons tweeting, other birds going. I've just had a look down on the field there, and all the sheep are just laying down. So it's about 7:30 in the morning. So I do feel a little bit groggy. Like I say, I fell asleep for a few hours and I woke up, had a bit more to drink, fell asleep again I think, and then woke up again about 2:30 this morning, polished off my drink, had a Baileys. I didn't make a hot chocolate, put a little bit more wood on the fire and sat up until about 4:30 this morning. So obviously I'm still in night shift mode, so it's always the case when I come out on a Saturday. But other than that, like, I really enjoyed myself. I'm not going to go home first thing the day. I'm going to do a few little jobs off camera, and I might do a little couple of tasks on camera as well. But it's not going to be a case of seeing Tara first thing in the morning, that's for sure. I need to head up back to the main camp and bring some cam net down. That's one of the tasks I'm going to do down here, is I'm going to get some cam net and put it so it covers the plastic at the front here and all the way down that side, just to try and hide it a bit and make it look a bit more presentable. And then obviously all the leaves and all that will stick to it. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably try and loop it. I don't want it coming right down here, but because I didn't want it getting wet and then drip. So what I'm going to do is just put it along the front edge here. I'll move the leafage and all that down a bit, put it down a little bit, and then put leaves on top. So it sort of like keeps it on, and that's it. I think what I'll do, I might do a little bit more wood prep as well, get all my wood sorted for the next time I come to this shelter. Don't know what I'm doing next actually. I think I've got another camp planned somewhere else, a little bivvy camp in a little cave, but whether I go to it or not, I don't know yet. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea. I don't think I'll be enjoying that porridge, but I'm going to get it down my neck in anyway, because it's a little bit of substance and a bit of energy. I was going to get some bacon and sausage and eggs for this morning. I wish I had brought them now. And then I could have had a late brunch and made them on the fire. But I've just been packing up as I'm having my cup of tea. Obviously I'm not going just yet, like I've got a few tasks I want to do, like the cam net and things on the front. But yeah, just about done. Just got to pack my sleeping bag into there. And that's about it. A couple of bits and pieces on here. Now, this bivvy here, the Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy. This is how big it goes. Look at that compared to my hand. It is tiny. Let's just put this down properly. If you're looking for a good lightweight bivvy, this is the one for you. Look at that, it goes about the size of my hand. Alright, clench my fist, you can see the diameter of it. Alright, I've only got small hands like, but yeah, it's perfect. And it crosses down even littler, to be quite honest. But this is perfect. That had me thick sleeping bag in it with me Nemo Tensor regular mummy inside of it as well, and I still had bags of room. And it's just a great bit of kit. They're about 60 quid, 70 quid or something, and they're worth every penny. Every penny. Alright, there you go. Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy bag. Have a look on the internet, you can get them quite cheap. Alright, I got one of these, and then I bought another one when I bought me two Special Forces sleeping bags. So I think I paid about 150 quid for two sleeping bags and a bivvy bag, which was ideal. But I definitely recommend this bit of kit if you want to not take a huge bivvy bag. Alright, plus it's got a top zip, comes down all the way on the centre, so it's easy for access for getting in and out. It isn't like your British Army sleeping bag where it's huge and you'll have like loads and loads of room inside of it, but it's big enough to get what I need. A thick sleeping bag, an air mat, and myself, and feel comfortable, not have your feet feel crushed in the bottom. Alright? Top tip, get one of them if you do bivvy bagging, especially for the summertime and you want to go lightweight. Or even if you go on the hills camping and you're in a little tent and you get a lot of like condensation inside your tent all the time, get one of these. Doesn't take up any room and it'll stop your sleeping bag getting wet. Alright. Oh, midges. Right, back to packing up, finish my cup of tea, get my teeth brushed, and we'll start getting some tasks done around camp. Right, well, as you can see, I've went and got myself a little bit of cam net from up at the big camp. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll it out a little bit and see what I've got. Now this is only a tiny little section of the stuff that we've got left up there, so it's just a case of untangling it. Obviously it's going to get loads of stuff stuck to it, but that's no problem because it's going to end up like that. And anyway, by the time I get it on here, what I should have done was I should have done it up on the field. It would have been easier to organise it. As you can see, it's just a mess. Cam nets are always a nightmare, like, especially when you're in a forest. I think I'm just twisting it on itself, aren't I? Oh, there we go. I'm getting there. See, you got branches in it already. And what I want to do is, so you're probably off camera now, but just get it laid out so I can see roughly what I'm working with. Oh yeah, It's going all Pete dong. Dong, 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 dong. Ding dong. Oh, but watch what I'm saying. Oh, that would be. There you go, you see I've got quite a big, decent bit. There you go. That's quite a good bit of little sheet of cam net there. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to slice it. Oh, I've just thrown a new little sapling. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut it in half. And that should be enough to cover, well, even just about 3 strips all the way up. Right, there you go then. So I've got this here all laid out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at 3 strips, because all I need it for really is the outer edge of the shelter, and then I'll start attaching it on so it covers all the edge and cams up that bit of black plastic that's dead shiny. Now I know you'll probably see from a distance, you can see the shelter in any way, but it just hides that little bit and it makes it look a little bit nicer. So let's get cracking. This will take a little bit of cutting like. One bit on, and that is perfect straight away. Look at that, what a difference. No black shiny bit. So all I've got to do now is, just to keep it in place, I'm just going to spread this bit along the back a little bit, put some bits of foliage on. Sorry, the camera's not even pointing at it. Just going to spread this along a bit on the back, and then put some foliage on top of it, and that'll keep it in place. And obviously it's all nicely draped down the edge there, breaking up the shine, breaking up the shelter a bit. So that's perfect. That looks much better, that. And that's just one little strip. I've still got all that left to go. So yeah, happy days, like, happy days indeed. Yeah, that's much better. There's a few people comment on that, saying to do that with a bit of cam net, and yeah, so it's a good call. I need to cut off a bit of plastic that's at the back there underneath. So I forgot to do that, haven't I? I've just stood on there and broke. I need to get a bit more cordage. I forgot to bring some more cordage down from camp and tie that on. But yeah, I just need to cut that bit of plastic off at the back there as well, and then wrap it and tie it, because I forgot to do that as well the last time I was here. But that's good, that hides it already. And then obviously I've got some more cam net there as well, so I'll probably use that for something. I'll just leave it here for now. I've got this little bit of sponge mat I brought. I'm just going to leave that here for like kneeling on and that, you know, as I'm kneeling on the floor. But yeah, that's one task down. 39,000 to go. Oh, that's much better, that. Yeah. Let's have a look around the back. Been dragging bits and pieces along as I come back. When I go for my little walks, just pile up the wood. I'll just start piling it all there, and then I can process it every time I come. I definitely need to get some more leaves though, some more bits and pieces put on the top, because it's starting to all fall down now. You can see gaps there, and here everywhere. And I'm just adding little branches on as well, just breaks up the shape of it as well. Shape, shine, shadow, silhouette, spacing and movement. Anybody out there remember that? Camouflage and concealment. Yeah, end of the lesson. But yeah, that's much better. Obviously the green stands out, but it breaks up that black, which I'm happy. Right, so I'm about 25 feet away. Can you see the shelter now? It's camouflaged up, isn't it? Now I could use that other bit to drape along the front when I go, and it hides the shelter. But I don't have to be sneaky beaky. I don't have to be sneaky beaky in this woods because I've got 100% permission. One of the great things about having a permission woods, they're very hard to come by. I've been very, very lucky, very blessed to get this one. It's got so much opportunity to do different things. But yeah, happy days like. I'm thinking down that part of the tree there, I might make a little bit of a makeshift wood storage in the future. I don't want to start building loads of stuff here. I think this camp here is enough for what I need. I've got my little chopping log on that part. I can store my wood there, and now if I need to, I can always put it underneath the shelter when I leave. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to stay dry. And anyway, if you pile it correctly and put some big logs along the tops, and all the water hits them and runs off all your chopped up bits. But yeah, I'm going to go sit down. I need to get a drink of water. I've went and forgot to brush my bloody teeth. I think I've got a bit of water left in here. And sit on my chair without any cushion. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's me all done and dusted for today. As you can see, everything's packed up. I've got a bit of cabinet behind just to square away and store away. I've really enjoyed myself, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. A little bit of bushcraft skills in it. We're building the chair and the pot hanger. Pot hanger worked really well last night. I could do with a better pole for in the ground. It's a little bit lumpy bumpy, so I might sort that out the next time I come up. And I might even try making another one, see if I can make a better one. But that does the job. The chair is just, it's probably the best chair I've ever made, to be quite honest. It's really comfortable. And with it having the slats, because it's out in the open, if it rains for a long period of time, it'll dry out. It's not going to puddle any water anywhere. And then I just come up, put my mats on top of it, and it's really comfortable. That comfortable that I fell asleep in it until late hours of the morning. And it was really mild last night. I didn't even have to put me buffalo jacket on or anything last night. The fire was perfect as well. But anyway, thanks a lot. I'm waffling. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do leave a comment, a thumbs up. And if you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Plenty of content on its way. I've got lots of little ideas for different types of camps in this woodland. Okay, basic like minimum kit camps, all sorts of stuff, survival shelters, you name it. I've got loads of ideas. It's just getting the time to do it. And hopefully I'll be back out next week on a different type of camp. So on that note, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Waffle, waffle. The king of waffling. Yes. The king of waffling. Waffle, waffle. I could do with eating some waffles. Oh!